tools in hand, balsa wood we make a stand, carving dreams from days gone by, stunt hanger planes that touch the sky, control lines tight, the engine hums, crafting art where passion drums, stunt hanger, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care, stunt hanger, join us there. Sand and smooth, the grain's just right, every cut a spark of flight, from the plans we shape the frame, each stunt plane earns its name, engines roar, the lines pull taut, every build's a dream we've caught.
Yeah, you read it right. We're going to take all this apart. I was out in the garage looking for my oscillating saw. I couldn't find it. So I'm going to have to do it with a knife. Let me explain to you what happened. That's one of the reasons why these live streams are kind of bad for me. I didn't pay attention. And this is the correct rib pattern here. That is the correct rib pattern. Look at the difference in the tip. This is the correct rib pattern. This is an 1.5 inch difference. 1.5 inches. What the hell was I thinking? So I figured what I'd do. I mean, I can go about this a couple of ways. I can just go ahead and destroy it, get it apart. I think we're going to be able to save the trailing edge and maybe the root rib. But I need to take all the ribs out, break the trailing or leading edge loose, and slide it back 1.5 inches. And then I'm not sure that the leading edge shape will be correct. Now, last night on the Hangout, there was a bunch of people saying, well, just finish it as is. No, I'm not going to put that much time into an airplane. That's wrong. I'd rather take the 5 to 8 hour hit now and I just eat it. So break out my favorite tool, this saw here. I was going to use an oscillating saw, but it it didn't work out that way. I think I'm going to be able to do this with this saw. I'll just go ahead and break them out. I'm not sure I like this carbon on here. Yeah. Yeah, deconstruction, reconstruction. It won't take long. It'll take 5 to 8 hours extra work. And I lost 3 pieces of good wood. The way it goes. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to save that leading edge at all. Hopefully we can save the trailing edge. I think I'll leave that on there until I get this apart here. You know, I knew there was something wrong when I was having to put filler, you know, remember I said, I think I put the spar in the wrong location? It wasn't a spar. It wasn't the spar. Yeah, it should lighten it up a little bit anyway. Take all this crap off of it. You know, I might could leave this top cap on. That doesn't change rib locations. You know, I'm almost wondering if I'm the right guy to be showing you how to do this stuff. I've been making so many mistakes lately. But at least you'll get to see how I recover. Don't settle for less. You know, everybody on the hangout last night was trying to get me to settle. And anybody that really knows me knows I'm not settling for that. It's not worth it. Put all that time and money into an airplane that's not legal. It's not right. I'm a stickler for fidelity and the builder of the model rule. I wish everybody else would get on board and enforce it. If you're going to say you built the model, you better have built it. And there's no reason today why you can't prove it. Everybody's got a cell phone. I think I can cut. Let me get the knife. There's the knife right there. Maybe I need a number 22 for this, but there we go. I think this spar may be okay. I know the spar location's okay. At least I thought it was. I didn't want to have to take the cap strip all the way down to the pine, and it looks like I'm not going to have to so far anyway. I should have known something was wrong when I had to put these damn spacers in it. I would like to use the trailing edge because I spent so much time sanding it to the right taper. Leading edge, not so much. I don't care about it. I'll put a new one on it. Okay, where's the block? There it is. You know, I might just go ahead and take that down to the pine anyway and put a new piece in there. That way I won't have to deal through all this hard CA stuff. Yeah, let's do that. That'll get some weight off of it. Remember, we were at 10 ounces before, so it should be at 9.5. Let's hope. That was painless. Pretty painless. Yeah, I don't think I'm able to get it off that. If I grind it off. Can't believe I lost my damn oscillating saw. I know it's out in the garage somewhere. Just can't find it. I used it on the trailer. Unless I left it out, somebody came by and lifted it. Okay, let's I guess we can get a tip in there. It goes this way. Yeah, I'll go ahead and strip the other side. We'll strip the other side. Yeah. Yeah, we all make mistakes, except I seem to be making a bunch of them lately. Ouch. I was out in the yard 2 minutes. About 2 minutes, and the mosquitoes got me. God, I can't believe it. Damn bugs. Let's go ahead and strip the top here, I guess. And I'll flip it over and we'll rejig it. If I had all the ribs cut, I could do it all in one day, but it'll take me some time to cut the ribs. Let's see if we can clean this up. Nope. No, that'll be too hard. I will salvage the trailing edge, but I'm not going to try to salvage the leading edge. You got light now. Let's switch camera views. And let's see here. What the hell? Oh, there it is. There it is. Come on. And let's check this out here. How many of you guys would have done the same thing? That's what I want to know. This side should be salvageable because it's only got one. Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's go ahead and break them. Ain't no sense in trying to. Let me know in the comments if you would do the same thing. You can't believe how many. You go back and look at last night, how many people say, just finish it. It might fly great. Yeah, it might be a disaster too. More than likely a disaster. Let's just go ahead and remove that and we'll reset them. Not that much more work. Okay. Okie dokie. I would have used the wing and made some other changes to the airplane. Yeah. Then it would have gone back and restarted it. John, that would be a great idea. Except for the money, I'm broke. I have enough to do this airplane. I don't have enough to restart and do it. Hunt says the only hobby is spending money. Yeah, well, that's great if you got it, but I ain't got it. I'm stun hanger poor. And the time. There's a lot of time in these airplanes. We are 46% down from last year. 46%, and I barely just made it last year. I need a product to sell is what I need. Yep, I need a product. Electric motors. But unless you're manufacturing them, you don't really make that much. You gotta sell big volume. Yeah. Hey. I had that one glued on real good. I think I'm going to make some new jigging blocks too, so it's absolutely perfect. Okay, we got that one off. I can't explain it either. What's going on with the site? I tried switching things around, and it did improve a couple of percent. Just a sign of the times, I guess. I did better actually when I was giving airplane kits away. We could do several drives a year. We might go back to that. Every month I gave an airplane kit away, and I don't mean a BS kit, I mean a couple $100 kit. Of course, I was working at the time, and I covered some of it. Okay, we got that cleaned up. Let's go back to this side here. Take this off so I don't eat up that trailing edge. Yeah, I really am. Hang on just a second. Okay. Am I glad? Well, I don't know. This, it'll be all right. It's only wood. I'm glad I didn't detail glue this thing. I'm glad it was just tacked together. Pretty glad of that. So I figured what I'd do on this video, get this cleaned up, we'll get it rejigged, set with tip ribs, then I'll spend today cutting ribs, and then we'll come back and start installing them. By tonight I should have 70 cut, maybe. Yeah, take these off. It'll be a lot lighter. Remember, it started at 10, so if I can get it down to 9, I'll be happy, happy, happy. I'll be glad that I did this. Because it had extra wood in it because of the mistake. Let's cut a rib and see. Oh no, I'll wait till I get this tip off and a new one put on and see where we're at. You know who taught me about not going on when something's wrong? Is Ron O'Toole. He was, he was a good pilot back in the 60s. But alas, he has just faded away. But life lessons haven't for me. Okay, that's clean enough, I guess. That and mechanics. If I know there's something, I did something wrong on a motorcycle, in an engine, let's say that, because I have done that. I go, oh shit, I didn't put that wrist pin clip in, or oh, I didn't tighten the camshaft gear, torque it down. I've taken motors all apart before they've ever left the shop, and sure enough, it was screwed up. I screwed it up. But I'll guarantee the customer was happy that I fixed it before it went out the door. Okay, here's where you want to be. It's pretty light now. Let me clean this mess up. Put it together, cover it. It'll be fine. Let's see. We want to start anew. We want to scrape this table and jig it anew. No sense in carrying on with something that's screwed up. Let's see, we'll save these for joiners. I'll get rid of all that crap and make new ones. Okay, let me get the trash can over here. I did something similar to this on one of the Vipers, Viper 3, I think, a Beamer, where I had a low pullout in an inside square, and the landing gear hit the ground. Well, it fractured the wing. It just broke the covering and fractured it broke the stabilizer off too. You know, from the impact in the center, it just went boop like that. It dropped. So I sawed that stabilizer off right at the fuselage, filed it out around the root rib, built a new one, sanded it, got it put in there. Where's my other rib? Fixed the wing. I took the wing all apart and fixed the wing. Beamers are real easy to fix. Yeah, I'm sorry you're looking at my back, but I've got to get this crap out of the way. Let's just jig that up new too. Yeah, that carbon, I'm not sure it needs it, and I'm not sure I like it. It adds weight, and I'm not sure that it adds all that much strength. because the strength of carbon's in the glue, and I'm trying to put the least amount of glue on it. So what's going on here now? Yep, we're going to go over to my junk pile of wood and get out some more scrap to cut new triangles and jig material. I'll get her rejigged up on the table. Boy, viewership has really went down. You guys only wanted to see the destruction. Well, I did it. I did it. How many days do you guys think it'll take me to get this put back together? I just wish I had the ambition I had 10 years ago. Okay. What the hell is this on here for? Yeah, we're gonna do a little different this time. Hold a little tighter tolerances. That's why I like working on glass. You know, I can glue the jigs to the glass and then scrape them off. you were working on a door or plywood, it'd be ruined. This piece of glass has probably built 50 airplanes, maybe more. Maybe more. I tell you, when John died, I had a chance to get that workbench that we worked on. It had a 1/2-inch thick piece of glass on there. Danny said, well, we can go get it. But this is on the 2nd floor. How the hell would I get it up here? I got a piece of 1/2-inch glass on the bench in the garage, the one that I had in Dayton. But it's big enough to, it's not big enough to build a beamer, but you build a nice wing on it. Build a nice wing. Get rid of all this shit. Yeah, darn. Take a jackhammer to get that off. Takes longer to clean the bench off than it did to take the airplane apart. But I gotta do it. Has to be done. We're getting a perfect airplane. Well, I hope so. We hope it's perfect. You know, when I was working on at Harley, everything was flat rate. You know, you got 6 hours to do a top end or whatever. So if I had to redo it, I could do it in an hour and a half. It's unreal. I didn't want to lose a whole lot of money. I could change a belt on a FLH, a rear drive belt, in an hour and a half. Pays 3 hours. Cut the time right in half. But you don't take it all apart, and it's all about knowing the secrets. I got one of the guys that I used to work with once in a while watches the channel. Captain Dave, hello. He flies airplanes, but he flies RC. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't do them. Come on, get off there. You need a jackhammer to get it off. Okay. Let's go over this, and we're about ready to jig it back up. I think I should have a pork chop burrito for lunch. I barbecued pork chops the other day. They were okay. I mean, I'd rather eat steak, but when you're on a hamburger budget, Chris has a pretty good deal. 4 for $19.95. You get 3 pounds of hamburger and a pound of pork chops or bacon or whatever. Pretty good deal. When you're poor, you eat a lot of hamburger and pasta. Of course, it could be worse. Could be eating rice and beans. Potatoes. Model airplane pour. I have to go back to work. Don't want to look. Okay. All right, we're ready. Shoot. This damn thing. There we go. Alrighty, let's I think we need to make them jigs out of 3/8 instead of 3/16. So let me get a piece of 3/8 that's no good or, heavy. We'll make some blocking to lock this down. It looks straight. I mean, it was straight, but let's before I do that, let me let me get these, take the tip rib off. Is this gonna work? Yeah, it will. I won't have to do a leading edge or trailing edge. I just need to pull it together. It's not perfect, but well, I guess. I mean, it'll be fine. Let's see here. Let me see here. Of course, it's under tension. I don't, maybe if I cut a slot there. I slot it there, that'll relieve that, and let it go back with no tension. I just hope this shows you guys that anything's possible. Okay, so how much does it need to be relieved? It needs to be relieved about a 32nd of an inch. I guess I have to fill it. That's all right. Better use a knife. I don't want to play right. There it is. Let's see, did that straighten out or did it unspring or what? I'm gonna have to do that to the trailing edge too. And maybe not. Okay. Oh, shoot. Stupid thing dug a hole in it. Okay, good. It's only that. So this goes here. Let me cut this slot for this. I need the 80 grit block. Probably gonna have to graft a piece there where I dented it. This here is a problem. So if I cut this back, There it is. There it is. Okay, let's cut it open and see what happens. Yeah, it's upside down. Okay. Okay. Okay, the closest is. Oh yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Actually, it's going to work out just fine. I think I need to sand that shit off though. Off the end of the spar. Let me get a Dremel. I'll be dicking around. Almost looks like the leading edge ain't gonna be long enough tapering it back. Yeah, it's short. So we need to take the leading edge out and redo the leading edge. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Trailing edge is fine. Let's sand that shit off of there. Okay. bottom anyway. Okay. No big deal. Only money. My rib was way off kilter here. See that carbon come unglued there. Not that it matters. There we go. And this piece gets cut away. So we're okay on that. Alrighty. I guess I'll go to the other side. And we'll ready this for the reconstruction. Might as well do it all at once. If I can get this off here better, I'll show you the difference in rib sizes. It's big. Okay, this is the rib size that it was on it. And this is the rib size that goes to it. It's huge. It's just unforgivable. Huge. Let's see here. How do I want to go about this? We know this is coming off. I think I'm going to try a different leading edge style too. Alrighty. Alrighty. Huh. Come on, you. Make me get up. Question, beside glass, what else is a good to build on that CA glue won't destroy? Nothing. Nothing. You can use melamine, but when you scrape it up, it'll take the surface off. You could wax it, I guess. Wax the melamine. You're still here, Semper Fidelis, huh? Yeah, okay. Simplify. Carry on. You know why God created Marines, right? So sailors would have someone to dance with. Okay. I'm happy I did this now. I mean, I dreaded it. I thought about it all night. What a pain in the ass. But it won't be so bad here in an hour or two. It'll be going together. When I was in San Diego in boot camp, we always had, well, we even had them at Miramar and Memphis. Marine guards, gate guards. They never lost a gate. They were always there when I came back. The best scene, military movie, I think, is Full Metal Jacket, the boot camp scene. Because our chiefs and senior chiefs were exactly the same way in the Navy. But that was, you know what? I need to loosen these up too. These trailing edges, they look like they took a twist. Well, not really. We'll see when I start jigging it. When I went through boot camp, they used real fire for firefighter training. What I hear now, the only Navy recruiting is up in Great Lakes, and they use holograms. They don't want anybody to get hurt. The dent there and the dent there. I'm gonna have to do a little grafting on the trailing edge on the bottom. It'll be fine. It'll sand in, look nice. You put a little dent right there. I know I've told this story. When I was in Millington in A school, there was 4 guys to the room. And the hobby shop was probably, I don't know, 100 yards, about the length of a football field away from my dorm. And I had projects in the hobby shop lockers and sitting on the shelves. I built 4 airplanes while I was in A school. A Cobra, a Ringmaster, a Voodoo, and I think a Messerschmitt. And we flew them between the hobby shop and the church. And I could have airplanes in my dorm room as long as they were off the floor. And that was back in the Aerogloss days. And Aerogloss takes a while to gas off, and I'd bring them things in and stink up the whole barracks. It was sad when I went back to Millington with Lewis Rankin. I guess he was a commander there, or lieutenant, or I don't know what the hell he was. We went there, the Quonset huts were all torn down. Hobby shop was gone. Didn't look anything like it did 40 years ago. I think it's been 10 years since we did that, so about 40 years worth of decay. good. Let's sand it straight. Better quit monkeying with it. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, forest all happened before I went in. I think the forest all happened in 68 or 68. Let's check it out. What year did the USS Forrestal fire take place?
The USS Forrestal fire occurred on July 29, 1967.
Yeah, 60.
This is from Wikipedia.
67. Okay, let's try this on this end and see how it looks. Okay, I think we need some jigging material so I can get a good eye on what's going on. Then we got to cut that other one. You know, I also compromised on the leading edge. And what I mean by that is I made the leading edge a 1/2 inch thick instead of 5/8 because I'm going to make it right this time. 5/8 by 1/2. My Vipers, I think I used 3/4 by 1/2. And that gives you a little more meat so you can get a nice rounded leading edge. This airplane here, to me, it has a 1/4 inch leading edge in it and it's too pointy. Well, it looks straight. I mean, let's see, put it there. Get the 1, 2, 3 blocks and see. We got the laser we could use. Okay, it's up against it. I guess I could use the straight edge itself. Yeah, let's do that. Let's set them on the straight edge. We need to twist this over just a smidge. Okay, that's right up against it. I'll get my little machinist square. Come on, get off of there. This magnet is so strong. Yeah, it's good. It's within a couple thousandths. Couple of thousandths we can deal with. Let's get this and see how it sights. I bought this specifically to do this airplane and didn't use it. I did it the old way. Let's see. So I got to go down with it. Down. Boy, it's close. I guess I'm going to have to get another stand. It's close. Let's see here. Too much shit in the way. I don't know. You can't see it. Let me change camera views. Maybe you can see it. This is an approximate because it's supposed to be on a stand. I'm just holding it. But if you sight down this, I got 2 marks on the fuselage. We got to get there. See, it's right here. Here we go. So we go to the center of the leading edge. Center of the leading edge and center of the trailing edge, and then look down at the other end at the center of the spar. It's right on the money. Let's try this. You can't, it's got to be level. Got to be level to work. So if you look here, I don't know if you can see it or not. You look at that mark right there, that mark right there, and the mark all the way at the tip. Probably could turn the light out. You could see. We're looking at this mark here and this mark here. They're right on the money. So the spar's in square. Make sure we do it this way. I mean, the spar is straight. Whether it's in square or not, that's debatable. Because I don't have a stand to put this on. Yep, spars in straight. Trailing edge is out a little bit. Now I see what it is. I'm holding this wrong. So we go there. And there, yeah. Trailing edge is straight. Okay. I got to put this on a stand, and I don't have a stand handy. A tripod. Yep, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied that the old way worked. Using that was not the correct way, but checking it, you know, it looked like it. It looked like it'll be all right. Let's grab some jig material. I think I'm going to use that long straight edge to put the jigs in. Okay, we need some wood. We got wood. That's basswood. I don't want to use that. Basto wood. Shit, we might use this for the leading edge. We might use this for leading edge. Okay, come on. Is this long enough for leading edge? Absolutely. Got a couple holes in it. No good. So we'll have to use this for leading edge. It's straight, so that's good. Okay, so we want to use, we'll cut 2 pieces of 5/8 off of this first, and then start the jig material. Let me get this off the bench. Get it out of the way so I got some room to work. Boy, it sure is light now. Okay, 72, so it's heavy stuff. That'd be good for leading edge though. Hey, Sparky. Yeah. It won't happen again. Yes, both ribs are the same. Well, thank you, Fred. It just delays your tanks a little bit. Sorry. I should get them done by next month. I mean, first week of next month. All I gotta do is put them together. So this is 70. And it's straight. Let's see what weight it is. I bet it's over 5 pounds. Let's go here. And I wasn't going to put anything heavier than 5 pounds, but 70, 36, 4, 3/8. Calculate. Nope, it's 4.94 pound wood, so we're good. Calculate. Yep, we're good. Alrighty. So we're going to use this 7-foot ruler, or is it a 6-foot ruler? 6 foot. And hopefully these things don't take a turn. We'll know when I cut the edge off. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut the edge off. Normally I saw these out in the garage on table saw, but we'll do it here. Pretend that you don't have a table saw. Crap. Yep, mistakes happen. Shit happens. Okay. I need this over here. Well, that's pretty straight. But we'll still clean it up, get it straight as possible. Let me get a new blade in this so it cuts easier. Yeah, what a bummer. I gotta sit down and cut 70 more ribs. It's gonna spring. I'm gonna have to straighten the damn shit. Let's see here. Yeah, well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. A heavy 5/8. You'll notice when I cut that, I didn't cut it in one pass. Don't do that. It makes it pretty tough. And try to support the piece the whole length. Hold the knife perpendicular to the bench. Like I say, I normally cut these on a table saw, but we're here now, so we'll get it done. 5/8 and 5/8 is an inch and a quarter. So that'll make it 2 3/4. That's what size our jigs are going to be, 2 3/4. Of course, I could make them 1 1/8 and run the whole length. We might do that. Hard on that end. So if it's hard on this end, this is the end we're cutting off. That means it's heavier on this end. It didn't spring. Didn't spring. Maybe. Yay, it didn't spring. Not a bit. Yeah, maybe it's not loose yet. Nope, didn't spring, not a bit. Boy, perfect. Perfect. We're cutting this end off. Didn't spring, not a bit. One more, and we're in there. Is this 36? That would be 37. That means that it's lighter than 4.9. So don't go crazy on me. 5/8, heavy 5/8. Heavy 5/8. What do we got here? What's going on here? It's 5/8. That's 5/8. Why is it not the same? Five eighths. Oh, I marked it wrong on the wood. See, I'm making too many mistakes. I think my brain is fried or something. 5/8. Heavy. I got it at 3/4 here. What the fuck? I used to harp on the guys at Beavers. Can't you guys read a tape? Of course, they were 4 inches off. That's better. That's better. Check again. Measure twice. Cut once. That's better. I mean, it would have been okay, an 1/8 inch big. It just would have been hard to trim. Maybe I'm getting old timer's disease. I don't know. Or some timers. Good pitch. Yeah. Stuck right in the ground. Boing! Oh, shit. Left the blade stuck in the linoleum. This one's going to be outboard. I don't know, maybe not. Don't spring, don't spring. Yeah. Sprung a little. No, not bad. Oh, there it is. I don't understand why that crashed, but it did. Net straight, so we're good. So we got our leading edges. And we're going to cut from this end. Be cutting on that end. I ought to go out in the garage and use my chop saw so I can jig these up and cut them all equal and square. Let's do that. I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to go out in the garage and cut some equal. I'll run this through the table saw so it's straight and square. And we'll cut them. We'll cut them at 45, 90, 45 degree triangle so that I can get the standoffs right. Make sure everything's square. I'm going to put the ruler on the line, run this, these jigs up to the ruler, glue them down to the glass. I didn't do that the last time, I just eyeballed them. But we'll run them up to the ruler, and that way I know that it's absolutely as perfectly straight as possible. It's a good piece of wood. I didn't realize it was up there. I mean, I could probably use this as a flap or something because it's stiff, straight, and light. Got a little kink on the end, but nothing you can't sand out. But we'll see what happens. Don't want to use up all my good wood on this airplane. I mean, I've used all good wood, but the bummer, I used the best 1/8 inch I had on the first set of ribs. So the second set's going to be 2 or 3 grams heavier. I better put on some skeeter spray if I'm going out in the garage because it didn't take long for them to get me this morning. Damn bugs. Drive me nuts. All right. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're not a paid supporter, please consider joining and helping me out, because it's getting extremely hard for me to bring you these projects. I hate to keep rapping on that, but I want to keep this channel going. Alrighty, I'll be back in I'll be back at 7 for sure, but I'll be back a couple of hours, I guess. So I'll give you a notice. We'll probably do 3 videos today. I don't have a joiner, so I can't make it perfectly straight. But got a planer. We don't need it plain. We need it jointed. I'll square them up best I can. Alrighty. I'll see you in a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.